Well, good day guys and welcome back. Ryan and Jake out here for another adventure. This time we are back out in Central West New South Wales. We are in the Ophir region this weekend. So Ophir is a little historic kind of spot nestled down just south of Orange in New South Wales. So we're a little bit further west than the last few trips and where we normally sort of venture. We haven't quite been out this far west in a little while, so I thought it'd be a great time to head out and explore some of the little nooks and crannies in this region, because there are plenty of nice little cool remote tracks, especially some down by the creek here. So we're out here to explore those and hopefully find ourselves a beautiful spot to spend a couple of days camping. We have no planned spot, just a couple of tracks we want to head down, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can find ourselves a spot right by the creek. That is the end goal here. So yeah, really excited, and we've got ourselves a nice kind of day and afternoon of exploring to get there. So we're going to get pretty well straight into it, guys. Before we do that, make sure you head over, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of our adventures. And now you've done that, we're going to drop some tire pressure and get straight into exploring. I've had this little indeflate now for probably going on 2 years, and I have to say it's one of the most handy things that I own, and it's super useful when it comes to letting tyres down, because it's just as simple as plugging in 2 hoses to each tyre and just popping this little guy up like that, and that's all it takes. Way easier than getting down on, you know, like the old conventional tyre deflators.
Testing out these new tire deflators, putting it all the way down to 15 because I've got torsion bars, so every time I hit a rock my head goes through the roof. So I've got to put it nice and low down to 15. Also, we've got a crucial part of the whole four-wheel driving experience, the old manual hubs. Whew. Righto, we're down to 20 psi. Let's get exploring. There's been a lot of rain out in this region the past couple of weeks, so I'm hoping for a nice flowing river. It's meant to get down to about 4 degrees tonight, I think. Right now it's pretty sunny and nice, so hoping it's going to stay like that. The weather forecast is tomorrow will be cloudy, but that's okay because we'll be leaving tomorrow morning, so hopefully this afternoon tonight doesn't get too cold and rainy, but I wouldn't mind because I like a nice flowing river.
This bit is super rocky. I'm working with literally like centimeters on each side.
Yeah, right, you go.
Well, what a rewarding afternoon of exploring. Have a look at that. That is going to be camp for the night. We've found this beautiful spot after some exploring this afternoon. Some pretty interesting tracks actually around here. We went through some steep terrain, then rocky riverbed sort of stuff, and then crossed the river just down, back down there, and now greeted to this beautiful spot, and cannot wait to get set up. However, there is just one thing on the agenda before we get set up.
We learnt our lesson last time when we ran out of salami, so this time, half a kilo. And also to accompany the half a kilo of salami, family-sized jats.
You want to grab the dip?
Yeah, okay, I'll grab the dip.
Let me just move that.
Let me just move these quickly. Sorry, one sec. I'm trying to get to the dip. Oh, that one's frozen. Ah, here we go. Finally got the dip. Hang on. There, oh no! Got the dip.
Do you really need that many Great Northerns for one weekend?
Well, do you want to be hydrated or not? Look at all the dip we got.
Oh, it's not ripped off. There's a whole quarter of empty space in there. So.
Oh, we meant to set up first? cheaper.
As much as I could sit here all day and eat this salami, it's about time we got cracking setting up and enjoyed some time next to this beautiful river. So we decided to go to the effort this time and bring along a big double winter sleeping bag for this trip. It's getting a bit colder and I think it's warranted. Righto, bit of a luxurious change for one. So what's cool about this big double winter sleeping bag, it's a crash pad sleep system, is that it can be put into one really warm winter single and then unzipped into this big winter double, and that's what we'll be using it for tonight. Really excited. Different to the standard lightweight hiking bags that I have. They're not the like restricted kind of mummy bags that I've been using for the last couple of years. I decided to get this one back out. It's a great bag and it's really ideal for car camping where you have the space. Minecraft here. Well, cheers to that, guys. Camp is now all set up. Real simple setup for Jake and I this time around. Just the rooftop tents, no awnings this time around. So we are forecasted for some rain in the morning. We're really hoping that that doesn't interrupt our night. But for now, we're just going to the rooftop tents. We may pop the awning out later on if we need it. But so far, there is literally not a cloud in the sky. So we're going to be enjoying the afternoon here. Super grateful that we got this spot, man. This beautiful, nice little rocky river section here, and it's flowing really nice. It's going to be an awesome afternoon. So we're going to be trying something a little bit different with the fire this afternoon. I've managed to get my hands on a Wooshka wood stove. So it's a little stove with a almost like a pot belly with a little chimney. We're going to give it a try tonight. I've wanted to get my hands on one of these for a while, particularly for some more of the cold camps, as they're way more portable and the chimney sort of funnels the smoke away. And yeah, finally got my hands on one, so we're going to see how it goes tonight. Righto. I really hope that is enough to keep the smoke out of our rice tonight. Now that the fire's going, I think it's about that time in the afternoon for a cup of tea or hot chocolate. I think right now is the perfect time for a hot chocolate. This is the last of my avalanche hot chocolates. I love these things. We take them hiking all the time, and they're a New Zealand made hot chocolate. Really, really nice and very low sugar, which is why we like it. So last one. Better make the most of it. So the trick with this one is you pour a little bit in and then stir it and then pour the rest in. Well, having a really great afternoon here in this spot by the river here. The sun's just started to drop down below the back of this hill, and it's starting to get cold very quickly. The temperature is dropping very fast. The whooshka's going pretty good, so I actually bought this whooshka for when we head down the snowy mountains to keep kind of under the awning or closer to the car, because the smoke kind of gets out, and it's a wood stove, so it contains the heat really well. You can have it sort of in those environments compared to like an open fire. So this is its testing trip, and the difference when you open the door is insane. A whole lot of warmth comes out, but when you close it, it actually contains the heat pretty well in there. It's still warm, but complete difference when you open up the door. So really happy with it so far, and no, my hot chocolate's not melting here. It's that's how well it contains the heat when enclosed. It's really impressed so far, and looking forward to actually using this thing for what I bought it for down in the snowies this winter. Very keen. Righto guys, it's time for dinner. It's dark out now, and you know, in these shorter months of the year it goes dark pretty well around 5 o'clock, so it's actually not that late, but it's dark, and Jake's just done some lighting upgrades in the back of the nav, so we're going to be cooking out the back of the nav tonight. So what's on the menu, you might ask? We are going to be doing very similar to our previous trip. We've got some honey soy kebabs that we're going to mix that in with some chicken rice. It's a little bit of a remake from this dish we did back in 2022 in our big touring trip of New South Wales. It was a hit with all the boys, so it's kind of one of our go-tos these days. Just some rice mixed with some chicken meat, and yeah, it goes hard, so we're going to do that again. So you may be wondering why we're not cooking up over the fire this time, and that is because the wood stove is just way too hot. It's going to burn those kebabs instantly as soon as we put them on, within a couple of minutes, because we put heaps of wood in there just before, because the temperatures have dropped quite substantially now that it is dark out here. Get some oil going on the cast iron.
Try to take these off the meat. Don't know how well this is going to go. Like that, that's alright. Taking these off the stick, and then once they're cooked, we chuck it in with the rice, and they'll be all nice and diced up and cut up, and we just mix it in. Should be very nice. These are honey soy flavour, I believe, but they kind of all taste the same. Delicious chicken flavoured rice. We'll chuck in. But they don't even make it an easy rip. How am I going to open this thing? Alright, I've got a solution. I still didn't open it. It's alright. We got it now. Yum! Well. We just decided to chuck it on top of the fire stove because the gas was dying down a bit. I think it was running out and we got no gas left. So I'm just chucking it on here to see how it goes. I haven't done this before, but it seems to be running a lot better and the water's getting up to temperature. It wasn't boiling back there, the flame wasn't strong enough. And then the kebabs are cooked, so I've just got them like right on the edge on the side just to keep them warm. So we'll see how this goes.
Well, the old butane stove wasn't quite up to the challenge tonight. They do struggle a little bit in the cold, and we're also running a bit low on gas there. Those two together means that we had to improvise and decided to put the food on top of the wood stove, which is something I've not quite tried before. I've seen it done, but yeah, I just wasn't too sure about it, so we've gone ahead and done it, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So this is definitely a new way of cooking for us, and looking forward to utilising this method again in the future. Those eagle-eyed viewers will see that I've had my bright yellow Crocs on all afternoon since we had to do that river crossing, but you know it's getting serious when the camp slippers are coming out, so we're trading in the bright yellow Crocs for these cool camp slippers. All ready to serve up. Righto, here we go. Nice.
Some people would say that's a lot for two people. I'd say we're just being safe.
Yeah, like I reckon we'll have leftovers. And like there's still more like than half left.
Yeah.
Well, that is dinner for us, guys. A really awesome meal, turned out great. This is a killer combo. The best thing about this is it's relatively cheap to make and also a very large portion. It's also a nice warm meal to have on a cold winter's night like tonight. It's dropped down really cold after the sun went down, so we're going to enjoy dinner and enjoy the warmth of the wood stove and enjoy the million-star view that we are greeted to tonight. Well, good morning everyone. Freezing cold night last night here, definitely the coldest of the year. I think we got down to about 2 degrees. Surprisingly though, nothing is frozen over, so that's a massive positive. Really nippy, and gonna get a coffee going this morning to warm things up. Just a couple of ducks in the river there. And I'm looking forward to this coffee, that's for sure. Well, it's great to see this little mountain river is flowing very nicely. There's been some rain recently, which has meant that these systems are flowing really good. The last few trips that we've been on up the Macquarie region, that river had been really dry, so great to see some of these Central West creeks and rivers still flowing really healthy. I do just want to talk a little bit about the historical significance of the place that we're exploring this time. So the Ophir region is very significant in the history of this area. So right here in Ophir, not too far from where we actually are now, the first payable amount of gold was found in Australia, and that sparked Australia's first gold rush. So this spot is very significant. You know, you guys have seen, we've been out to historical places like Hill End, along the bridle track, and the Macquarie River region, where it's riddled with history of gold mining, and this place here is no different, but this here is a lot older than that Hill End region. So 1851 was the Ophir settlement when that amount of gold was found, and that is literally, it's like 125 years and some change. So that's just incredible to think that 125 years ago there were 1,000 people out here mining this little area for gold. That's just crazy. So we're really excited to announce, guys, that you can get your Next Level Gear t-shirts now for just $29.99. Head over to nextleveladventures.com.au to get yours today.
So it's just started raining, so we're gonna hurry up and get packed up before we get wet.
Oh, just a little bit of rain, so we're just kind of scrambling to pack things up quickly. Well, there we have it, all packed up. We did manage to escape the rain. It passed over pretty quickly, thankfully, so we didn't get too wet in packing up here. Absolutely awesome experience, and it was well worth coming down here to explore. And there's stacks more around here that we haven't explored, so we will definitely be back in this area for sure in the future. So looking forward to that. Hope you guys enjoyed this one just as much as we did. If you did, leave a like on the video, head over, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of our adventures. And as always guys, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you in the next adventure.